as we know, we're not completely out of the woods when it comes to COVID, even as we take the masks off.
There is a subvariant that medical experts are not taking their eyes off of quite yet. Tending your side's Marielena Balouris joins us with more on that, Lena.
Well, Tom and Anita, if hearing about a new subvariant of COVID-19 fills you with dread, you are not alone, but there is some good news, and that is the part that's giving a local doctor some hope.
It's called BA2, or Omicron 2.0, another version of the variant that recently spread through Hampton Roads. It's not news we want to hear, but
I'm trying to be cautiously optimistic about this one.
Dr. Rebecca Sensenig with Riverside says BA2 seems to be less severe.
The good news is that, according to the WHO, it doesn't seem to have more severe disease than Omicron.
That said, it's about 30% more contagious.
As of last week, it was only 10%, but within a week now, it's about 25% of cases in the United States. So we have seen a very big increase in the prevalence of this variant.
Sensenig isn't sure if another big wave will come to Hampton Roads, but if it does, natural immunity will help.
When we had Omicron 1, about 50% of the population, at least within Hampton Roads, was infected with it. And we have found that people who have been infected with Omicron 1 are actually immune pretty much to Omicron 2. So that's a really good sign. So that's about 50% of people.
But if you had Delta or a previous variant, you won't have those Omicron antibodies. And Sensenig says this cycle will likely stick around.
I think what we're hoping, and what tends to be the trend amongst RNA viruses like COVID is that they become more, they have many more mutations, as we're seeing. They become more contagious, as we're seeing, but they become less severe. So my hope is that we will eventually continue in this trend where, yes, they're contagious viruses, but you're not having any severe illness. It's just more like the common cold.
She says the best way to avoid getting COVID right now is still getting vaccinated, washing your hands, and wearing a mask when you're inside near people. I'm Marielena Balouris, 10 on your side.
And a reminder to keep it here on air and online for the latest information on where and when you can get a vaccine. You can also get a booster and tested here in Hampton Roads as well.